but he calls me Raj.
I'm Doug, but he calls me Dodge. We're brothers, Raj and Dodge, and also business partners.
Sharks. Don't we all love to indulge ourselves in the rich and satisfactory taste of delicious chocolate?
But most of those other chocolates out there, they're loaded with calories, sugar, fat. Well, what if we told you that we created a chocolate that has about half the calories and up to 75% less sugar than most of the other chocolates out there?
Gatsby Chocolate.
We make products that have mind-blowing flavors, melt-in-your-mouth texture, yes, with health in mind, but most importantly, zero compromise on taste.
We call it the halo top of chocolate. And Sharks, we can actually say that because
I'm the co-founder of Halo Top.
No. Oh my God.
That's right, Sharks. We are the brothers behind the iconic better-for-you ice cream that is Halo Top, forged with less calories, less sugar, and sound familiar? No compromise on taste. After years of hard work, I led the sale of the business, which was the ultimate cherry on top. Now, we're poised to do the same thing that we did with Halo Top, but with chocolate. We're asking for $500,000 for a 5% stake in our company.
What do you say, old sports? Cheers to Gatsby Chocolate.
In front of you is a variety.
All right. So, well, Damon's out already. How about that? So, welcome to a new season of Shark Tank, season 15, episode 1, the first pitch, and they got the Halo Top brothers here in the tank, which is great. Which is pretty great to see, but you're gonna pay a premium for that, right? These are seasoned veterans in the CPG space, the was it consumer packaged goods space. So that in and of itself is they're already off to the races. In the case of going into chocolate, though, look, you got Hershey's, you got Mars, two titans. You got Beast Chocolates, Feastables, coming up quick in the rear, waiting in the wings to dethrone them, and but they have a good angle to come at from the chocolate. I think Feastables is really good. I mean, Hershey chocolate's fine, it's not bad. I did try the Dove chocolate. Shout out to Locutus in the super community for sending me and my family some Dove chocolate from England, which was really cool. We still actually have some, and we put it in a bag and have been kind of piecing away at it as time has gone on. But it's so it's cool to see other people coming into a market that's already dominated, and then see if they can grab on to a niche market, and in their case, half the chocolate, half the calories. Like I know the Feastables was I think it was a pretty small bar for the amount of calories that it carried. I don't quite recall. I tried it back in, I want to say it was June. They had it at one of the Speedway gas stations down in in Disney World. But anyway, I'm really curious though how they're how much chocolate are they moving, and what do they have waiting in the wings to justify a 500,000 5%. Anyway, it feels so great to be back. I know I've taken some time off. I've been planning to shoot some videos talking about all the things that are going on. I'll talk a little bit about it at the end of the video, but let's get back into it right now.
For chocolates, we know you got to try it to believe it, so dig in.
And by the way, I'm just joking.
What's your hero
come
product?
on,
What's
David.
your bestseller?
The Peanut Butter Madness is our best seller today.
Oh, peanut butter
This
madness.
fudge brownie is really good.
That is my favorite. Tastes like
70
brownie batter.
calories per
This
serving. Okay.
is good. Are there any artificial sweeteners in here?
We use allulose as our main sugar replacement.
But here's something I want to share that I really love. 190 calories for this big boy.
For the whole bar.
Where are you selling it now?
So we're sold nationally in Walmart, Safeway, Albertsons, and Sprouts. We have more than 6,000 points of distribution.
Oh,
Wow. Okay.
In the last 12 months.
So sales last year were just over 2.5 million,
congrats,
All
man. That's
right.
amazing.
and most of that was in Q4.
What do you charge for this? What does it cost you to make?
So that retails for $3.99.
That's it?
We sell that wholesale for $2.70. It costs us to make about $1.90 a bar today. So
That's
we're running
tough.
at about a 35%
Yeah, that's
to
tough.
40% margin. However, we have a clear path to 50% plus, and we were
You can
negative
fix that.
margin last year. Yes.
Obviously, you've done really well for yourselves. What do you need a shark for?
Well,
Yeah.
the main thing is, if you had asked me that a couple of years ago, I probably would have thought that I didn't need you, but I romanticized the early days of startup life way too much. And there's a missing puzzle piece here where we need help because we have national distribution without national awareness.
That's the problem.
Where does the name come from?
Yeah,
how does
that's
it,
exactly
I
what
am
I was
so
gonna
Hold on,
say.
let's stop that right there. So I think it's really interesting that Doug felt that way. Sometimes you know, having that experience under your belt and then having the confidence to say I romanticized about how you know how great it was to be in a startup, how great it is to basically come out of nowhere with a brand new brand and try to get it you know, ramped up as quick as possible. Now, with that said, you know, having what did they say, 6,000 points of distribution already is pretty incredible. Now you got to I mean, I tend to think that some of that was built on the relationships that were already there from the Halo Top, but that also goes to show you that having those relationships, leveraging those relationships, those, you know, that network that you've built, no matter what the product, well, I don't want to say no matter what the product is, but almost no matter what the product is, enables you to have that early success. But 2.5 million, and most of it coming in Q4. I mean, I don't know when they got all 6,000. If it was like a hockey stick effect, like they were going, and then all of a sudden like 4,000 stores came on all at once. So I'm really interested to if they get into that. They probably won't. But the other challenge, you know, having that lack of margin there really does hurt. But I think if I had to guess, it's trying to get they're trying to build awareness through having a cheaper price as well as that differentiator of like, hey, this big bar is 190 calories. I don't know much about that artificial sweetener that they're using. I don't know that I've ever heard of that before. So I'm interested to see where that fits in with the other artificial sweeteners that are out there and how they, you know, how does that taste? Because I know like stevia, I'm not real a big fan of, or aspartame or any of those, me personally. So I'm really interested. And I think when it comes to Feastables, I think there's like 3 or 4 like ingredients like total, which makes it, you know, its own differentiating factor.
on the name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we read that The Great Gatsby, the book, was going in what's called the public domain, and we thought, you know, that would be a great brand name to play on premium, decadence, indulgence.
But it
even though
doesn't
it's-
I don't love it.
I know, you know what, I agree with you 100%. I look at this, I knew it was a
Champagne?
chocolate bar, but beyond that, I didn't know what this was. Calorie
Yeah, I'm gonna say Gatsby should probably be like a champagne or a wine. I never actually watched. I mean, I was supposed to read the book in school. I didn't read the book, but I haven't actually watched the Leonardo DiCaprio movie because it's like not supposed to not be that good. I don't think, which is a shame because love Leo. But yeah, I'd have to agree. I don't think it's a great connection there unless you pair it like to the champagne bottles and the crazy life. I mean, I think there's an opportunity there to create that education and to go after a specific like 30 plus 40 plus maybe female demographic with it. But given that the Great Gatsby movie didn't do so hot, maybe not so much.
per bar, the 190 is really big, but reading this, I missed it.
Yeah.
And then the name Gatsby, and there's a martini in the end for the Y. I was thinking that this was somehow like liquor flavored chocolate.
That's fair.
And I didn't get what it was.
You forecast sales for this year, and you're not making any money yet, are you?
So no free cash flow, and sales for this year, we expect them to actually approach just under $2 million.
How much did you lose?
Oh,
We lost $3.5 million last year.
So 500,000 for 5% imputes a $10 million valuation. Sales are $2 million
Correct.
with no free cash flow. See any problem with that?
In context, I don't. When you think about the credibility of who we are and what we've done
Paying
with
for
Halo
him.
Top, when you think about where we've taken this product,
Yeah, but
we have a
I mean,
patent
look,
pending
with all
formula
due respect,
as well.
and you guys have done an amazing job, this is Shark Tank.
Yes.
I don't pay retail for anything.
You know, here's my thing. You're very
Well, look, I would tend to think that they came in priced to give a higher percentage. Look, if you're asking for 500, that's a lot of money. And I know we get it in the comments here. Oh, 500,000 is like nothing. They're billionaires. No, they're not. Mark is the billionaire. The rest of them, and even to Mark, 500,000 is still a lot to put that much money into 5% of a business. Is asking a lot of somebody. That is a tremendous amount of money for what's going to, have to like 20x the business to be able to get your money, a decent return on $500,000, especially right now when, CDs can net you what, 5 to 7 or 8%. Like why invest in this and only get 5% at the end of the day? I mean, I'm going to say that any shark is going to want at least 20%, 25%. I don't know that Raj and Dodge are on board with giving up that much, because if they're both 50-50 split, makes it kind of tough.
incredible. I don't have any problem with the valuation. I just had no value here. I would be calling you, asking you for advice. So good luck, man. I'm out.
Thank you.
I mean, that's a ringing
What
endorsement.
possessed you after you had such an incredible ride with Halo Top to go back in and start another company?
I'm so glad you asked that. Stupidity.
It's amazing how arrogant you get after you sell a company, right?
True.
Because you think you know everything. Yeah.
You romanticize those early days and you
Absolutely.
forget the grind, and like we've got the product to where it is today that you've tried. We're in enough distribution. The last thing we're missing is the spark.
I really like it.
What they haven't asked is how much they have invested themselves into getting to where they're at to be able to lose $3 million and have a shrinking sales where, for the second half, or for this year, compared to the previous year where most of the sales came in the fourth quarter. So that's not looking great, on top of losing millions of dollars. Now, I don't know much about Halo Top. I've heard of Halo Top. I'm actually, when they said Halo Top, I was actually thinking of Halo, the clementines or the tangerines, because I think they're also called Halos. But maybe that's just the type, and there's a brand around it. I honestly did not realize. But I think I've heard of Halo Top ice cream. And to have an exit there, and to want to get back in, some people are driven. That's the super entrepreneurs out there are driven to create and to grow and keep going no matter what. And here in this case, I think that they are doing just that. Now, I did want to point out, going back to the 190, it almost seems like 190 proof. Is it 190 proof? That's a thing, right? I don't drink alcohol, but I'm pretty sure it's 100. I'm pretty sure that's a thing. 190 proof liquor of some sort, right there on the bar, and it's, so the 190 is almost too big, blotting out, as Lorie said.
I'll make you an offer. It's a little bit risky, right?
A lot of it
I would
risky.
do it as half as equity
Okay.
and half as a short-term loan.
What are the terms of the loan?
6%. I'm going to be nice.
Okay.
A nice loan shark.
Oh, okay.
And I would do it. I want 20%.
Yep.
I want 20% though, but I'll be in it to win it with you. I will help you redesign this.
All right, hold on. I just want to break that out real quick here. 250 plus 250,000 as a loan, 6% interest. I give Lorie credit for wanting to do something a little more creative, ish, rather than saying it's just a line of credit for, like they would normally say for half and half.
Packaging, I will be a voice. I'm your demo, and I love this.
Do you care about the equity more? In other words, Lori's asking you for 20% equity.
What I would say is 100% of $0 is zero.
Yes.
True entrepreneur, right? You guys have been through
You
it.
get it.
500,000,
Okay.
all venture debt.
Okay.
And I'll do it for 12% equity.
Okay.
So,
Well, are you
So you're
not
just taking equity, though,
entertaining my offer? I'm just curious.
Yes,
Because
absolutely.
if that's more exciting to you.
This product is delicious.
Thank
It
you.
actually,
It's really
I am,
good. Yeah,
I am
thank you. Thank you.
surprised by how delicious it is. A few things though. One, the calories so emblazoned on this package, millennial and Gen Z, they consider this toxic diet culture. And I think there's going to be a backlash against that a little bit. So I'm concerned about that. When I saw this packaging, I knew there were men behind it. This does not appeal to me as a woman. So you desperately need Lorie for your rebrand, and I wish you the best because this is delicious, but I'm out.
All right, guys.
I mean, yeah, bow tie, the martini glass. I think the colors, are fine. Let me see if we can click back here. Yeah, the colors. I think the colors fine, but also I'm a guy too, so and I'm not the best with colors to begin with. But I guess that diet culture of like the back. I guess what she's talking about is like how you're like, oh, we gotta have diet soda, and it's like, but that's not good for you either, right? So why not get the good? Like, why not just get I don't know, goods though. Good's a relative term. Why not get soda that's soda, right? And indulge in that rather than like the diet soda. And I do feel like that kind of puts it in a category that they don't necessarily want to be in, because it's not about dieting. So it's about it tasting really great, and I feel like that does kind of take away from that. I feel also like I was in Kohl's not too long ago, and I saw some other I don't know if it was what kind of chocolate it was, right by the cash register, and they had like the giant calories like written on it as well. So and I don't think it was Gatsby, because that probably would have caught my eye, but again, as a guy, I could see why it would. So I think that there's a bit of a disconnect there that they got to work through. Now, as far as Kevin's offer, 12% for $500,000 loan, they didn't even talk about what, it's venture debt. So I don't know what percentage he's going to be looking for, 9 to 11 at this point, maybe 8 to 11, maybe 12%. That doesn't really, and he's going to get 12% of the company. That does not particularly sound like a great deal unless they absolutely want to work with Kevin for a very particular reason. I don't tend to think I would see the path of why they would, especially when they have a seemingly better offer from Lorie, even though they're giving up 20%, but she's going to be involved. And she's absolutely right. She is the demo. As I said earlier, like women 30, 40 plus is absolutely who they are probably going to want to target, because that chocolate doesn't scream to me as a 37-year-old male.
Are you open to 20% equity?
Yes.
Oh, you are?
For the right deal. However, I would like to tie to the face of the brand type partnership, where you become the face of the new brand that you help us create. For me, that's Ryan Reynolds and Mint Mobile. That's the Rock and his tequila. That's the creator-led brands. That's what they're having at Exit, because they're the face of that, and essentially makes it $0 in marketing spend. So very open to 20%.
If that's what you want, then give me 25%.
I mean, look, that's that's not look, that's good on Lorie for realizing that, and kind of foot in mouth right there with Dodge, putting his foot in his mouth by saying that, and then just increasing the percentage, but and not sweetening the deal at all. Maybe even coming down on the loan side, the percentage of the loan side, or shifting some of the cash. With that said, I just recently watched a video talking about that, the celebrity-led businesses and like what's wrong with them, and how I think that success for a brand really comes down to how involved the celebrity is going to be in it. I don't think that, it's like, if you think just slapping somebody's face on it is going to all of a sudden just magically make a bunch of sales, I think in 90+% of the cases, you're going to be sorely mistaken and saddened. It's not 0% dollars for marketing, and her getting an extra 5%, I feel like they could maybe restructure restructure that in some way, shape, or form. Maybe but at the same time, she doesn't want to feel like a nobody either, especially if she's going to be the face of it. And if she really loves it, which, hey, if Lorie's really, really down for it, I think that you have to find a way to maybe make that deal a little more balanced for both Raj and Dodge and Lorie or whoever else would want to take that deal, because that is just not a great. Like, you're still going to end up spending marketing. The commercials don't come free. Advertising doesn't come free. Yeah, okay. You could get on Good Morning America or whatever. Maybe you get to sell it on QVC. But, like, what's the day-to-day lifeblood of that going to be? That Good Morning America, minute and a half or 2 minute plug is not going to net you some kind of ridiculous sales day over day over day over day. And you really need to work with the partners that you already have 6,000 points of point of sales going there, or points of selling, places that they're selling it. So you need more than just a sweet deal with a celebrity.
Okay, we'd be open to that.
Done.
Can I hear?
No,
did Mark have?
No, Mark has not. I don't want to be. My brand's too big to be face of a brand. Right?
Sorry. So for you, I would ask, would you be open to helping us find a face of the brand in addition to coming?
You know what?
Dude.
Would you be open to helping us find a face of the brand in addition to coming?
You know what?
You just did more than that. She's your target audience right there. You have her. And if you're not worried about the equity, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I don't just put my face on anything. I'm very, very selective about what I would do that with. A minute ago, I was going to do it at 25. Now I'm back to the original deal. It's 20%.
Will you tie
I won't
any
give you a hard
vesting to that
guarantee
equity?
of my face on any package beyond this.
So how many people have an offer, please? Lorie, you have that offer at 20.
Wow.
Kevin, what's your offer?
I made just a very clean offer. I look at it and say, you need as much awareness to the product as you possibly get.
Yes.
So my offer's pretty straight. I'm going to look at it and say,
All right, you're done with him. All right.
All right, hold on. Before we head over there, first off, Mark, why are you making her walk to you? She's got the skirt on. She's got you get up and go walk to her, Mark. Come on. Secondly, I'm surprised that Lorie still wants to do it because of the fact that they kind of just walked away from her, like, oh, let's go with Mark over here because Mark is maybe kind of interested, but, and then saying, no, my brand is too big for that. Man, I don't know. Like, if I was in that position, I think I'd be like, you know what? Mark brings up a really good point. 50% or don't do it. I don't have to put my face on chocolate. I don't even think they should put her face on the chocolate personally. I'm getting the bar with somebody's face on and getting some face chocolate. I don't know.
So we were talking. So now we have a different offer.
All right.
Give you. So we're going to give you the $500,000.
Okay.
We're doing it half as a loan,
Okay.
and we're doing it half as equity for 20%.
Okay.
But when we hit the first 10 million in sales, we each get 5 more.
So the kicker comes if we get to 10 million sales, that's another 10%.
Sure.
And then if we get to 20 million in sales, right?
We get another 5% each.
Right?
Okay.
Holy cow. I just want to put that up there. 250 loan for 20% stake. I mean, that is, they're gonna eat away at the chocolate business. They're gonna be owning up that business. That is, and they hadn't even mentioned whether or not they would want to go and do put their face on the chocolate or promote it as their celebrity brand. It's a rough deal, man. I don't know. I mean, scary money don't make no money, but that is a scary stipulation. And man, that original offer from Lorie is looking better and better, even at 25%.
My only issue with the 10 and the 20 is I can't sell the company at that. If we want to exit this, I need those to be a little higher. So you
Okay,
give us
so the
buy-up.
threshold, yeah, the
Yeah,
threshold.
I need the threshold because if we can get to
50 is typically where.
50, we're cooking with gas. We can
So
we can
do
do
it
some
at
fun things
25
at
and
50.
at 50.
No, because it's going from 10.
we
so,
want it 10. Yeah.
Like the first trigger can be 10.
okay,
It would
First
be the
trigger's
second
10.
trigger 50 because
Okay.
then we can sell.
done.
Done. Oh my God.
I'm so excited.
All right. Wow. That's awesome. We're going to check out their website and social media here.
I know.
Congratulations, you guys.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Crazy. And, you know, good on them for knowing that 50 million was their number
We
to
have a
get
missing
to.
puzzle piece, and we almost are on our last leg here. So this was super impactful. Where had we not come on the tank, had we not gotten a deal done, I don't know that Gatsby Chocolate exists beyond this year. So it is unbelievably meaningful and really adds some much-needed momentum to the brand.
And that just goes to show all you super entrepreneurs out there that just having those relationships ain't enough. It is not enough to go where you want to be, right? So I think that that's why you have to be in a position. You got to market it. And look, they had this time. They haven't rebranded the bar since then, right? Premiering on Shark Tank. So we got Shark Tank sprinkled in. You can sign up. Go and click here. It's free chocolate. Oh, how about that? So buy 2 Gatsby bars, get 1 free from your local retailer. We don't offer online orders because it's too expensive to ship chocolate. I tend to agree. I can't believe I can eat an entire bar for less than 200 calories. So they haven't even changed the packaging or the what Lorie brought up of being not Lorie, the other lady that from Sprinkles. I don't know her name, but the fact that it's like it almost seems like they're trying to be a diet type of thing by enabling you to eat more. but yeah, so look, Ghirardelli's really good chocolate. That Lynn's okay. Never had Lily's before. And then there's Gatsby. It's 65 calories. So that's pretty awesome. So they do have their store locator. So I'm not sure if they have 6,000. Okay, so they do sell them. They sell them at a Walmart in the Philadelphia area. So how about that? Cool. All right. I'll have to see if I can go get some chocolate. Let's check out their social media here. I actually had to go and manually Google it because they don't have it on their website that I could find, at least, unless it was maybe there's no contact page or anything that shows their stuff. So they got some they got some likes and interactions going. I'm wondering if that was like a ad or something like that. Most days are better with Gatsby Chocolate when Chocolate presents you a plate of chocolate covered strawberries. 819 likes, but only like 4 comments. 5 comments. This one, they got 19 comments. Cool looking picture. But I feel like there's, what they're trying to convey. Like, these are some great shots, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like there's more they could be trying to convey than about the lifestyle, right? Like, and who the demographic is. And, I always talk about faces, right? And here we got 0 faces, 0 people visually enjoying said chocolate. So you got 2 faces here. But somehow, these, I don't know if I'd call them clinical. Oh, wow. That's a thing. Peanut butter cups on a burger. Okay. I'll give anything a try. But, it's just I feel like there could be more there, faces, people enjoying it, meeting that demographic. And then, they talked about changing up the packaging there. So over on here on Walmart, we got $3.88 for you to get the chocolate. They don't have the ingredients list. They just have the So low calorie, low sugar, and it's keto. Huh. Here, okay. So there's the list of stuff that makes up a bar. Over on, oh yeah, I forgot to say, they got 7,700 followers over there on Instagram. On TikTok, they got this is just a search, I guess, 205,000 views total for all of the videos that are tagged with Gatsby Chocolate. And over on Facebook, we have 5,100 likes. Interestingly enough, there's no reviews here on Facebook, which is kind of odd. But over here on their website, they do, well, it says over 1,000 plus reviews, but you can't actually click on it. So if I click on flavors, yeah, it doesn't seem like I can actually get to any of those reviews. And if I go back here to here, you have one review, 5 stars. I'm surprised that this actually tastes very, very good. Well, that's good to hear. Anyway, I appreciate you making it to the end here. So yeah, what was I gonna say? Raja Dodge. Oh man, I'm so out of practice. Raja Dodge, if you want to come on the channel for an interview, just drop a comment down below. Like the Dwelling Place Ministries, I used to skip through you talking, but now I realize I'm learning a lot from you, Joe. Ding ding. I'm so happy to have you part of the super community. Look, I get that I make content for anybody. It's not for everyone. And look, at the beginning, if you're skipping through, if you're like I'm not really sure. Stick around, keep watching, and just hope you take something away. That's what I know I take away a lot, watching these videos and getting to learn alongside of you, as well as bringing stuff to light and teaching all at the same time. So it feels good to be back. Shout out to Chris Norland Angle for he's a YouTuber. If you haven't watched him, go check him out over on YouTube. And we also got new hats. We got the new S hats. If you haven't seen the logo, it's the new logo is down here in the bottom right corner. So yeah, the new S hats are in stock over on the site, shopsuperjoe.com. Anyway, I appreciate you making it all the end. Now go be super.